Welcome to 365 Language Planet. This is the Let's Speak podcast, and I'm excited to announce that we are collaborating with the RSU POW Center of Ransit University International College in Bangkok, Thailand again. But before we start, let's look at last month's 365 language planets, moons, stars, and galaxies. So last month, we had 3 galaxies: K-Workshop, Kanmama, YO, Takesh, or the galaxies. Way to go. Nice job. 1 star, Takesh. Nice job, Takesh. And 1 moon, Takanona. Nice job. And 2 language planets, A and A hybrid. If you want to become a 365 language planet, all you need to do is share an idea in the chat. So, let's begin. 始めましょう. A theme of tonight's episode is language learning with AI. And to talk with us about this theme is PK. Hi, PK.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming back to the show. For people who haven't met you before, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm a student from Thailand. I'm studying computer science at Ransit University, and I've joined this podcast to show people how people speak English in their day-to-day life.
Okay, that's great. I had forgot that you were studying computer science.
Yes.
Yeah, so AI is kind of right up your alley.
Yeah,
Right?
I study computer science just because AI really interests me.
Wow, that's so cool. That's great. All right, so let's begin. So the first question of tonight's show is, have you tried using AI to learn languages? In Japanese, AI を使って言語を学習してみたことはありますか? So, PK, how about you? Have you tried using AI to learn languages?
Yes, I have used ChatGPT to learn Japanese specifically. Before I came to Thailand, I was planning to study in Japan. So I figured I should study Japanese because people there only speak Japanese. So learning Japanese with ChatGPT was an interesting experience. It is not as good as human instructors, however, but it can certainly do a great job at helping you explain things, the words you don't understand, phrases, etc.
Yeah. Okay, well, now let's ask the audience. Have you ever tried using AI to learn languages? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. AI を使って言語を学習してみたことはありますか? チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください。4分間あります。I just personally, I just used AI for the first time to learn languages, like last week.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yes. One of my students told me, oh, okay, we got a comment. Kanmama, thank you so much for joining tonight's show. She says no, but I want to try it. That's great. Yeah, do you recommend she tries it, PK?
Yes, of course. The time I learned languages with AI was years ago. So AI should be drastically improved by now to handle like tasks as such as teaching languages.
Yeah, I would, I would definitely recommend it to Kanmama as well. Oh, okay, the chat's working now. Great. Okay, so K Workshop, thank you for joining tonight's show. He says, no, I haven't. I don't know how to use AI for learning languages. Yeah, that was, I was just like him. Okay, Zayar Mient, thank you very much for joining tonight's show. Yeah, a new 365 Language Planet. Zai says, yes, sometime I tried to learn language with AI. That's great. Takanona says, Takanona, thank you for joining tonight's show. Says, no, I have never used AI for learning. All right, so we got 3 people who have not used it and 3 people who have, counting me and PK and Zai. I know, how many classmates do you have? Would you?
Many,
Many.
very, very many. I have a lot of classes, and there are like a lot of students in them. Renzi University very popular among Burmese students, so a lot of students from our country flooded here.
I see. Well, of your classmates, how many would you guess are using AI to learn languages now?
Mm, it's hard to say for sure, but I'm sure that they're using AI to do homeworks, assignments, because everyone's doing it by now. They also use it to get it to explain lectures they don't understand. So I don't know about language learning, to be honest.
I see. So, but would you say almost 100% of your classmates are using AI nowadays?
Yes, yes. Uh, I would see people searching, asking ChatGPT the concepts they don't understand during the lecture.
I see. Yin Min Fo says, I also want to learn AI. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for joining tonight's show. Nora says, everyone like and subscribe. So sweet. Thank you, Nora, for joining tonight's show. That's cool. Okay. All right. So now, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。4分間あります。Okay. Okay, Nora says, hi, PK.
Hi.
All right. So, all right. So, if you guys want, you can ask us about AI. You might want to ask PK, what kind of AI he recommends for learning languages. But as always, you can ask us questions about anything. Could be about AI, could be about learning languages, could be about anything. So let's just enjoy using languages. Do you have any questions, PK?
Yeah. What is your general view on learning languages with AI?
Oh, that's a great question. We will talk about that. Nice question. Kate Workshop has a question as well. He says, what are the benefits of using AI to learn languages? That's actually, Kate Workshop, great question, perfect question. But that actually, we're going to kind of talk about that in the next section. And so, yeah, I think we can kind of save that topic. But yeah, I would say, for me, I'm very curious about the benefits of AI. And so I think, if anything that helps people use languages more is beneficial. And so I love technology that helps me use languages more. So I'm a fan of AI recently. How about you, PK?
Yeah, AI certainly has creeped into our everyday routines. Me especially as a student, I use AI every single day. Like I can't imagine life without AI explaining concepts I don't understand.
I see. Okay, we have a question. Zai says, PK, which language which language do you learn from AI?
Japanese. Before I came to Thailand, I was planning to study in Japan, so I tried to learn Japanese with AI, and it was an interesting experience.
That's great. And Nora says, I don't know why AI knows everything. By the way, I'm learning Chinese with AI. That's kind of a question. Do you know, PK? Do you know why AI knows everything?
I mean, AI is trained on very, very large amounts of data set that is scraped from the internet. So it's safe to say it is on par via, in terms of intelligence. It is on par with average human and may even surpass them because the average human, the learning experience is limited, but for AI, it can learn forever without break, without resting, without eating. So that's why AI has a lot of potential to improve in the future.
I see. Well, let's hope it improves for the better and
Yep.
for the good of humanity.
Yeah. AI safety is definitely a concern for its developers.
Okay, well, let's move. Okay, we got one more sentence. Takesh says, I've tried the perplexity you shared with me last Monday. That's great. And Takesh, thank you so much for joining tonight's show. All right, so let's move on to the next section of tonight's show. Question number 2, which is, I think there are a lot of upsides to using AI for language learning. How about you? 日本語で言語学習を AI を使うことには多くの利点があると思います。あなたはどう思いますか? All right. Nora says, nice English speaking, you two. Thank you, Nora. Okay. So, please, sorry. First, PK, do you think so too?
Yes, I very much think so. Um, if there are like resources out there, there are like human teachers out there, but if you can't afford them, there are like a lot of AI programs that are free to learn. If you want to learn something, you can just ask AI things. How can I learn it? Ask questions. So one upside of AI is that it is free mostly.
Yeah, that's a big upside. I would say a very big upside. Okay, well, let's ask the audience. So I would say probably not. I think. Well, I would say you could change it to we think. We think there are a lot of upsides to using AI for language learning. How about you? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. 言語学習を AI を使うことには多くの利点があると思います。あなたはどう思いますか? チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください。4分間あります。So, yeah, definitely, if you don't have enough money for teachers, it's a good AI is very nice, but I think one of the upsides of using AI is it gives you a chance to use languages more. And so,
Yes.
I'm guessing, in your hometown or, where you were studying Japanese, there's probably almost no Japanese people there.
Yes, there are no Japanese people, so it's hard to find people to, practice speaking
Yes.
with.
So AI was a great resource for you, right?
Yes. Right now, there are like a lot of AIs that can speak in real time with you, hold a conversation. So it's definitely an improvement from the previous AI generations.
Yeah. I know Perplexity, it has, I've used a lot of different languages with Perplexity. Okay, Nora has a question. She says, are AI more intelligent than people? That's a question. For me, I would, I think it's a kind of a case by case situation, whereas like, you know, by knowledge, AI definitely has much more knowledge than, almost, probably almost all humans. But, solving problems, understanding human emotions, I'm not sure if it's more intelligent
Yes.
than, but, humans are so different. There's such a variety of humans, so it's tough to say.
Yes.
Takesh says, I agree. It's great to be able to practice conversation with AI. And K Workshop says, AI can recommend the best way to study languages that suits me. Yeah, that's true, but, it's just a recommendation, and you have to try. And, I think the only way to find, like, which way best suits you is by trying. It's kind of, yeah, it's like, that's kind of, we're going to talk a little bit later in the show about the downsides of AI, but I think, that's one little downside is, you still have to, they can give you lots of information, but you have to do it. Sometimes I've asked AI, like, what do you need to do to be happy? Find happiness. And then, it's like, it gives you lots of ideas, but it's like, oh, do I want to do that? Kind of funny.
Well, these kind of questions are largely subjective, so there's only so much AI can do to help.
Yes. Okay, Nona says there are AI generated cartoons that they are so fun to watch. Do you agree?
Yeah, there's some videos that look certainly good. They have a lot of rooms to improve, but still they look very good. I've seen AI generated videos that are like flooding everywhere. There are also bad ones, of course,
Yeah.
but AI is still in its infancy stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, certainly there are ones that look good.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next section. So now, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。Yes, I've seen some AI generated like videos on Instagram. Just, it's like giant snakes like coming out of the river, and like it's just like like super giant snakes and stuff. It's like it's interesting.
some of the videos seem so real, they fool me sometimes.
Yes. But, I think even it looks real, but I know it's not real. Like,
Yeah.
because it's way too big. But it's interesting. Very interesting. I think, an interesting question, another question about AI might be like, how would you like to use AI? As a language teacher and lover of learning languages, I'm all about using it for languages, but I think some people, want to make videos or, all kinds of stuff. Nora has a question. She says, if you don't have questions or bored, you can chat with AI. So, why not? It's kind of a good chance to use English. So anyways, other than language learning, PK, how would you like to use AI?
For me, I used AI to get it explain concepts I didn't fully grasp in my class. Other than that, I will use it for like creative purposes such as writing and occasionally painting. For writing, I like to write both fiction and nonfiction, and I will get it to give me some inspirations, like give me some ideas of what to write and all. So it serves as a good brainstorming tool.
Yeah, that sounds great. Takesh has a question. He says, there's a theory that AI has already reached singularity. How about you? Have you heard of that?
Are you talking about the Matrix? They're like super advanced
Yeah.
robots ruling humanity in that movie.
I'm not exactly sure. That my image of the singularity, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But maybe the singularity is. I'm guessing it's when it becomes like intelligent enough
Sentient.
to yeah. I guess yeah. Okay, we got some more things. Yin Min Fo says, I think AI solves many problems for people, but it may lose improving maybe the human brain level. What do you think? Nice.
Yeah, it is a certainly interesting idea. Humans and AI.
But on one hand, it might solve a lot of our problems, but on the other hand, it might make us a little more stupid, I guess. Okay. Nora says, I'm talking to AI about you guys. Zayar Mead says, I think in the future, human teachers maybe not needed because of AI. What do you think, PK? Oh, I'm purple.
It's hard to say for sure because predicting AI is very, very hard. Even AI researchers don't get it exactly right. But will it never replace human teachers? I wouldn't say so because I already use AI to learn most of the stuff. You can say I'm mostly self-taught because I don't understand much of what the lecturers are saying if I'm like tired of learning. So yeah, AI certainly has the potential to replace not only the teaching jobs but as well as other jobs. Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's a good question to lead us into the next phase, next section, which is question 3. which is, what do you think are the downsides of using AI to learn languages? AI を使って言語を学ぶことの欠点は何だと思いますか? So, first, PK, what do you think are the downsides of using AI to learn languages?
Well, there's certainly some things where I would prefer human instructors over AI. First of all, humans have what is called empathy, and this means we are able to understand each other, have a general idea about each other. So let's say I'm learning about something. AI can explain, things, uh, answer questions I have, but human teachers, they are, how can I say, interactable. They guide you in real time, and they understand and identify areas you lack in. So I would I would want to have a human teacher by my side if I'm learning really, really difficult concepts that even AI would find it difficult to answer.
I see. Yeah. Nora says, my AI even knows my address. Smart AI. Okay, well, let's ask the audience. So, audience, what do you think are the downsides of using AI to learn languages? Please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. Okay, so AI を使って言語を学ぶことの欠点は何だと思いますか? チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください。4分間あります。Man, do you see my camera?
Yes.
It's purple.
I was wondering what happened.
I don't know. All right.
Well, it's better than having an audio problem.
Yes.
We can still continue the podcast.
Yes. Okay, Workshop says, I think AI may eliminate the need to learn languages because it will translate for us. How about you?
Yeah, I think AI has a lot of potential to improve, and it is already replacing jobs at an exponential rate. I don't. It is already, the news are already circulating around on the internet, so it is very, worrying for this generation or future generation on how to deal with AI when it comes to learning stuff. Because even if we learn something, we may never catch up to AI and such.
Nora says, my AI name is Copilot. It is the best. Sounds cool. I'll check out Copilot. I think personally, I don't think AI will eliminate the need to learn languages, because just learning and using languages is fun. Like, it is a fun part of living life. Like, learning languages and using them with people. For me, it's one of the biggest joys of life. And so,
Yes.
Even I can use a translator, it's not as fun as just talking naturally with people. I don't think, but there are some people who don't like talking to people. So for them, maybe translator is enough. Okay, so Nora says Chat GPT is kind of bad, but not the worst. I don't know. I tried using ChatGPT a little bit, but not so much. Okay. Zayar Meat says, I think downside of AI is people will be more lazy. And if they want to know something, they rely only AI, no looking to outside. Nice idea. Yeah, it's kind of, people call that an over dependence on technology.
Yes.
So that is definitely, I was saying about learning languages. AI can teach you a lot of phrases, but you still have to study the phrases if you want to learn. You have to write.
Yes. I can see that happening even right now. Before I said that most of the students in my class are using AI, right? Many of them are also using AI to just do their homework entirely. So I don't know how our universities are handling that, but it's certainly a problem right now.
Let's see. Nora says, do you two use AI? Okay, for me, yes, I just started using AI to learn languages last week. How about you, PK? Do you use AI? I mean, you said
There
you are.
there is not a day I do not use AI. I cannot imagine life without AI.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. Okay, well, let's move on to the last section of tonight's show. So, in the last section, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。And you have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。Right? Timer? Okay, so you have 4 minutes to write a new question in the chat or in the comments. Again, you could write a question about AI, or you could write a question about anything. Any topic is okay. So just let's enjoy using languages. Okay, so K Workshop says, are Siri and Alexa real AI? I'll let the computer science major answer that question.
Yeah, they are certainly a type of AI, and of course they are not advanced as current AI that is being developed. I'm not even sure if Siri or Alexa are being updated, but the current AIs like ChatGPT or Perplexity that you can also speak to are being developed at an exponential rate.
Yes, I think. Yeah, I guess a little different. A lot of times, I think Siri just depends on doing a internet search. Just kind of will say, oh, just a moment, and I'll check that on the internet, and then it kind of just gives you the results of the search. Whereas AI is more. A lot of times, other AIs will kind of condense that information into an answer for you. Nora says, claps, claps, claps for you guys. Thank you, Nora. All right. Well, if you have a question, please write your question in the chat or in the comments. 質問があれば、チャットまたはコメントに書いてください。I have a question. PK, are you still studying Japanese?
No, not anymore because I don't have the chance to, because I'm already bombarded with endless information from my classes.
I see. So your plate is full at the moment.
Yeah.
No
In the
space.
future, I might, because I have a great interest in visiting Japan.
Yeah, yeah. Learning I'm so lucky. I studied Japanese before coming to Japan in university. So when I came here, I could already speak some Japanese, and being able to speak some Japanese makes life so much easier and more fun here. And so a lot of times, I'll, you know, I'll speak Japanese to people, and they're so happy that I can speak some Japanese, and then they'll start speaking English with me. So that's cool. All right, Noda says I am the top fan, PK.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right. Well, not much time left, so if you're just joining tonight's show, please share your questions soon. And as I always say, any kind of question is okay. Um, so, all right. Well, that is the end of tonight's show. My apologies for the purple picture, but thank you guys so much for joining PK and me. Is there anything you would like to say, PK?
Yeah, it was very fun discussing AI with you, and I I'm certainly thrilled by questions, and I'm happy to answer them. And tonight was a blast.
Yeah, it was. It was. And we are going to continue doing the Let's Speak podcast in collaboration with the RSU PAL Center for the next, I think, about 3 months. Every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time, which is 6:30 p.m. In Bangkok, I think. Zayar says, PK, how about your plan with AI after you finish your college?
I plan to work internship at some company. There, I could learn more useful things from my seniors, and before I start doing things on my own. So, on the side, as a side project, I would develop some programs and such.
Okay, sounds cool. All right. Nora says, goodbye, guys. Have a nice day. You too, Nora. All right. And so, as I was saying, we're going to be doing this every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Bangkok time. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe and give the show a big thumbs up. YO, thank you so much for joining tonight's show. And Aya Matida. Goodbye. Thank you so much for joining tonight's show. All right. Hope everyone has a great night. See you next time. All right. Good.